Hello, Reese Springs students, staff, and community members. This is the January post-board meeting update. I wanted to just take a few minutes to share the things that we discussed last night at this Board of Education meeting. Had another good meeting with a lot of stuff that we covered. So one of the first things we always discuss in our meeting is our strategic plan. Yesterday we discussed our core belief that we believe that all decisions should be made in the best interest of our students. That is a guiding question that leads us as we make decisions in programming, decisions in regards to anything that happens in the schools. And so we appreciate that guiding statement as an influence in those processes. Wanted to make sure everyone that's able to attend our Career Center groundbreaking. You've seen some dirt getting moved. We're going to have an official groundbreaking ceremony tomorrow at noon here on our campus, just outside there by the job trailer. If you'd like to participate in that, we'd love to see you there at noon. It should be a great, wonderful event. We, as far as items that I shared with the board, we briefly discussed our enrollment. Didn't spend a lot of time on that, but we're pretty steady from where we've been at. Our attendance is hovering close to 91% attendance, so encourage kids to be here as soon as they can, as much as they can, as often as they can. We also wanted to just briefly announce it's been wrapped up. Our school board election sign-up has wrapped up. We had 5 seats that were open. Those seats have been filled with no challenging candidates. So the following individuals will be officially sworn in, if they're not already on the board, but was sworn in during an April board meeting. Serving 3-year terms, Ryan Hamilton, Amanda Rogers, and Adam Blevins. Serving a 2-year term, J.D. Miller, and then serving a 1-year term, we're welcoming to the board a new member, Tim Halick. We're excited about having him. He actually attended the board meeting last night. Last night, I shared with the board a variety of options as we've been working towards our projects, working towards our Career Center, our childhood projects, the whole package of what we're trying to do. I've said this in this forum on this video before. I've said it at multiple board meetings. As we've been analyzing the budget, we are over budget expenditures. Escalation during kind of this whole time period over the last year and a half has been really challenging with COVID impacts, and supply chain and just costs of everything have escalated significantly. And so our bond projects are exceeding our bond money. And so the board and I have been in discussions for several months about several options. So we are exploring those options today on how to pursue the dollars that are needed to bridge the gap between what it's going to cost to get everything done and what we need and what our bond money won't cover, because we are over budget. We are working through that. I'm very confident. We are a very great, fortunate situation. We have really strong assess evaluation. We have several options because of the healthy financial status of our community and our district. We have some really good avenues that we're exploring to pursue some support at the state level that could help us significantly with that gap and financial gap that we have. We also explore some other options, just other potential ways of getting some revenue for the district and in moving forward with getting those projects done. So we discussed that in length. We feel like as we've evaluated a variety of scenarios, collaborated with other financial experts throughout the state, that we have a good plan to move forward. So more to come on that information, but we did discuss that in pretty good depth. Last night, our assistant principal, who will now be our new principal at the primary school or the childhood center, Adria Simpkins, came and participated and shared her vision, the team's vision of what, as that building gets completed at the Early Childhood Center, primary school, what that new program expansion with early childhood would look like. She shared a variety of information. We will be basically starting next school year. We're at a similar capacity as what we have now, with a transition as the year progresses, transition into opening up more classroom space for added children to serve in our early childhood center in that new building. So we're really excited about that, about just all that means for student learning. One of the powerful things Mrs. Simpkins shared with the team was the academic data that we have on kids that participate in our program, early childhood, and kids that just come to kindergarten without it. And it's remarkable how many kids who go through our program are kindergarten ready versus those that aren't. So we want to continue with that goal of at least meeting 80% of our in kindergartens, at least having them participate in early learning experiences. The board approved, which is exciting, we're applying for a 75-25% district match grant through the Department of Education. It's close to $300,000 to acquire some equipment for our Career Center. So we appreciate Mr. Tiemann, Mr. Mueller, and his team for putting together that grant and pursuing that. I think as we've done in years past, we've been able to acquire those funds, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. The board last night listened to Mr. Mueller as our new incoming Career Center director, listened to him present on our strategy on career and college and career readiness, strategy 6. He has been, one of his responsibilities as an interim director this year was to investigate and research what it would what we need to do to expand our internship programs across the district to ensure that our students that are attending our Career Center and that students in high school are exposed to opportunities to have internships, to create deep partnerships with our business community. I felt like, in years past, we've done some things to partner with some other programs outside of our district, other business communities outside of our district, but recognizing that in our community we have a lot to offer. Our chamber obviously has a lot to offer our business community, and so he's been exploring, and in that exploration process he's visited a number of career centers, talked to a lot of different individuals, came with the recommendation today to add a position titled the Workforce Coordinator. This individual, when hired, would be someone that leads that program for the entire high school, serving our sending regional school students, but also serving our entire high school student body, partnering with our careers programs that we already have in place, and ensuring that we have opportunities for internships and other experiences as we continue to move forward. So that job will be, the job is posted. We'll be interviewing for that shortly. We are excited to announce that with a new building coming up, adding a new building to the district, we needed to come up with a name for the new building. So the board approved the name of the new Career Center. The new Career Center, moving forward, the program and Career Center will be called Table Rock Career Center. So we're excited about that and appreciate the board's support on that decision. And the final thing, I think it is the final thing, yep, the final thing that we discussed last night is the importance the board approved adding an additional position as we have began to move forward in many practices that we're dealing with in terms of employees, employee matters, and improving our practices with recruitment, hiring, retention, and strategy 4, and also navigating various types of roles and responsibilities that have to do to stay in compliance with federal and state law and board policy. It has been something we've been investigating about creating a position to really take a leadership role in our HR director, in our HR department. And so the board last night approved an HR director position. That position will be posted at some point here in the spring as we begin to move forward with that. That position would be responsible for all the things employee matters, FMLA, workman's comp, all those types of things, as well as any kind of investigations we're going to have in regards to any kind of complaints that we have, those types of things, just being an overall lead on human resources. So we're excited about that and appreciate the board supporting that decision. That was a lot in a short amount of time. We're appreciative again of all the support the Board of Education gives in our work. We're really grateful for all of our great leaders who in the district are working tirelessly with their staff members to come up with good ideas and strategies and ways to continue to challenge our district and do the best for kids. Grateful for every single employee who gives their heart and soul to our students each and every day. And finally, grateful for our students and all the work that they're doing, the hard work they're doing. And certainly grateful for all of our parents and community members. What a great day. Hopefully we can get through the rest of this winter without too many other snow days. But come what may, we're going to continue providing high quality education for each one of our students. Thank you everyone and have a great month.